Hi, I'm Amanda Wiggins. Today I want to share with you the 3 BWWM relationship or dating secrets that you need to know. So this really isn't for my seasoned interracial daters. This video is for Black women who are dating outside of their race for the first time, and in particular dating a white man or entering into a relationship with a white man, or are just considering dating or entering a relationship with a white man and you want to know what to expect. The first BWWM secret, Black woman, white men secret, is even in 2021, people still initially will not acknowledge that you and your partner are together when you go out together. And I mean out like anywhere. The movies, the mall, a restaurant, the gas station. For instance, me and my boyfriend go grocery shopping together quite often, as you know, a couple who lives together would do. And I cannot tell you how many times we have literally been like standing on top of one another in line, and the cashier bags our groceries separately and rings up our groceries separately, and we have to tell them, hey, those are together, not separate. This happens all the time. I've been in line with my boyfriend before at the gas station and the cashier rings up our items separately. This has happened to me at a restaurant when the waiter has brought the check to both of us instead of the check being together. Seriously, people, not all the time and not all people, but this happens commonly enough that I want to just put you on guard, put you on game, that a lot of people will not expect you and your partner to be together. So the second BWWM secret comes as no surprise, it's no secret, but for those of you who need to hear it, you need to know that your white partner can love you, can care about you, and can genuinely want to be in a relationship with you, a Black woman. And all of that can be true, and your white partner can still be racially biased, and in particular can be racially biased against your race. Likely this comes from social conditioning, and not necessarily just like a hatred within their heart, but just social conditioning and just mentalities that they have learned over time and that have become subconsciously ingrained in them. And also, I've had this experience before, not in my current relationship, but in past relationships, where the white guy that I'm dating just doesn't see me as like the other Black women, like other Black people. And that's obviously a totally racist thing to say, but that happens. That literally happens in interracial relationships between Black and white people and Black women and white men. Sometimes the man can just see you as being different from the other Black people that he has encountered. And if he sees you as different, then of course he's probably gonna treat you differently. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you need to stick with this person, and I'm not saying that it's your responsibility to deal with that or to try and educate them. I am not saying that at all. All I am saying is that they can look you in the eye and say something racist, and also look you in the eye and tell you that they love you, and those things can both be true. It may not be the love you deserve, it may not be the love that you want, and it may not be the love that's healthy for you, but for them, it can be true love. It can be a true form of love from that person's perspective. And the last BWWM secret is, if you really, and I mean really, want to understand white male privilege, you will not ever have a better education in white male privilege than dating a white man. Now, a lot of white men in today's time know that they have white male privilege, but there's a difference between knowing something and acting from a sense of knowing, from being self-aware but acting from that awareness. And you know, that's common, right? Like, we all know that burgers and booze is not good for us. We have that awareness, but do we all cut out burgers and booze from our diet? No, we don't. And we don't just do it because it's something that we're not aware of and how harmful it is to us, but we also don't do it because it forces us outside of our comfort zone. I've honestly found it to be very similar when it comes to white male privilege, in that they can be aware of it, they can know that they have this privilege, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to tailor their actions or live their lives or structure their lives around that awareness. And that's something that you should be aware of. And one last tip, and this is really again for those of you who are new to interracial dating, who might be dating outside of your race for the very first time. I just want you to know that you probably feel like you're gonna get a lot of criticism, a lot of hate and negativity in your direction because of this relationship or dating choice. And depending on where you are and who you know and what you do, that's going to determine the varying amounts of negativity that may come your way. But one thing that I actually want to tell you is that it's more likely than not that you're gonna get more criticism from within your circle than from without your circle. More often than not, it's your friends, it's your family, it's your coworkers, it's the people in your circle that will make those snide comments, that will crack those jokes, and that will just demean and degrade your relationship. It doesn't happen, at least from my experience. I will just speak to my experience, but it doesn't happen as much without as it happens from within. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. Until next time, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.